What's up? This is Ted Karras. The stage is now set for the Patriots Madden Club Championship. I want to wish best of luck to the two final competitors, and now it's game on.
Yes, it is. Game on. Isn't that cool? We got the Patriots shouting out this huge game today.
It's so dope. I mean, we opened up with Jason McCourty,
Doesn't
the
get any better
McCourty
than
twins. It's really a first-class organization. New England Patriots, they do it right. And remember, this is the only organization that has done their event at the stadium, flying the competitors out all 4 years. Once again, New England setting the standard.
We got Pihcam up against Skimbo. We're going to talk about the highlights from our last game where Skimbo won that pickup at that Moss catch, which was huge here.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of Andrew Luck and a lot of Randy Moss in these highlights. I mean, Skimbo just putting up points so easily. He's even got a backup running back, Benny Logan. I think he's only 14 cap of the salary of putting in work. Mr. Football settled for 3 here early on. And I mean, I told you about it, Bex. I think with Skimbo, you need to be able to score touchdowns. And I said that for a reason. As you see, right after the field goal, it went right back to Randy Moss. And I mean, I haven't seen anybody able to put up points like this all season long. It's just so impressive. That was nasty.
He makes it look easy.
Oh, and it's not. It's 100% not, Bex. These guys are sending the goons. They are blitzing. They are adjusting. They are lurking out there. But Skim just doesn't seem to care. As you see him with another touchdown there to Moss and Mr. Football. You can tell he knows. He's like, man, I got myself into a game with a real deal Madden player here.
Absolutely. But you know what? $1,500 isn't a bad thing to walk away with today for Mr. Football.
No, keep your head up if you're Mr. Football. You're young. You have plenty of opportunities. And you know what? You just have to take this as a learning experience. If you come to one of these events, whether win or lose, if you don't learn something from it, you're doing it wrong. You have to learn from these experiences.
There's that kick.
That was from Skim. That made it. It put him up 14, right there. And then Skim's going to get this big stop on 4th down. He intercepts it back. Not in field goal range yet, but then watch the stick where it gets Lattimore. Avoids a tackle. Tries a little stop and go. Gets Icky. And right there. Now you're playing Skimbo. You're in a situation where he's going to go up 3 possessions. And that's just too much to come back from. He's too good. He's just too good to allow you to come back from that.
Absolutely. There he is, that little smirk on his face. And here we are, the big game, as we crown our Madden 20 Patriots Club champion. Who has more pressure on their plate right now? Skimbo, who is trying to finally get to that big game, that big tournament, or Pihcam?
You know what? I'm saying equal pressure. If you're Mike Skimbo, you put everything into this. You practice all year long, and this is the opportunity you want to represent the New England Patriots. If you're Pihcam, this is the game you wanted. You told me last night, I want the opportunity to play Michael Skimbo. You have your girlfriend in attendance. You got Papa Pihcam watching back home in Ohio. Both of them are feeling the pressure, and this is what it's all about here in championship game at Gillette Stadium to see who will be the Patriots Club champion. If you're up there, make a little noise for those boys because we're about to get it in. We got a good one coming up.
Oh, we sure do, and here we go.
Skim's going to start on offense here, Bex.
20 minutes, that's all it is.
Oh my gosh, one play, touchdown, Randy Moss.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
that luck to
man.
Moss that we saw that early on when Skimbo played Mr. Football. He did that, really. It's identical.
And if you're a Madden nerd and there's one thing you want to take away from Skimbo's game that he's doing out of this gun bunch, it's his ability to pick up these blitzes. Usually when people run gun bunch and people send the blitz, it's really hard to pick up that pressure and roll out with that escape artist. Skimbo seems to have found a way to pick up those edge blitzes every single time that allows him to roll out with Andrew Luck and make those deep bomb throws. And it's just a wrinkle in his game that not a lot of players have. And again, that's just that preparation and work ethic that allows him to find those things.
Absolutely. Now, what is Pihcam going to have to do to really stay on top of this game?
And if you're Pihcam, you got to put up points. I mean, you saw it. Skimbo just put up like 38 in his last game. He's one play, one big touchdown to Randy Moss already. You got to make sure you put up points. And if I'm Pihcam, I'm slowing this game down as well. Like, you really don't want to minimize. You really want to minimize Skimbo's possessions because he's just too good on offense to get in a shootout with them. So I like what Pihcam's doing here, Bex, because he's in a run-heavy type formation, and he is running the ball, and it's going to allow him to manage this clock and slow the game down. But he's going to have to execute.
Absolutely. What you'll notice too is both of them are wearing the Patriots jersey with the number 20 on it. That doesn't have to do with any player on the Patriots. Instead, it has to do with the club champion, and this being the 20th Madden.
Yeah, and that's cool. Not every organization does this, Bex, where you show up and you get a custom Patriots jersey with your name on the back of it, the 20 for Madden 20, and that type of thing factors into why some of these guys pick the Patriots events. They want to be a part of an event like the Patriots where the organization puts so much into it and gives you an experience like this. And, it's a win-win for everybody.
Absolutely. 3rd and 6.
This is big. Play action. He's going to be under pressure, though.
And the sack.
Oh, no. He's got an early decision to make here if you're Pihcam. You don't want to punt because his offense is so high-powered, but you don't want to go for it and give it 2 possessions. He's getting the boot out.
And you could see Pihcam completely engaged. He's leaned forward. He's adjusting those glasses.
He's bandanaed up.
Yeah.
He's got the hoodie on.
Stretching it out a little bit.
He's got the Patriot socks, the custom Madden socks. But you know what? All of that doesn't matter when you're going up against Michael Skimbo, the professional, a.k.a. Skim Belichick. Oh, no, he's got him again.
Plenty of time.
It looked like that post route was coming open over the middle. Skim might have had a touchdown, but instead just a nice little 20-yard or so gain. I mean, he just can't do any wrong on offense, Bex. It's just so surgical.
Well, and that's why he spent all that money there.
Yeah, a lot of cap on that quarterback. To put it into perspective for you, Bex, is this total salary cap number for these guys is 825. So you have 825 cap points to build your roster. He's spending over 120 cap alone on that Andrew Luck with all the abilities and his base cap level. So
what are some of the biggest abilities that a player will want to place into their quarterback?
What he has on this Andrew Luck is the escape artist and dashing deadeye. And what it allows him to do is, you see how he's rolling out right there?
Yep.
It's allowing him to roll out so much faster and precise than a normal quarterback. And what the
being to execute that.
And that's the dashing deadeye. What the dashing deadeye is doing is when he throws the ball on the run, it gives him perfect pass accuracy. So when you do that combination of the escape artist and the dashing deadeye, you get yourself the ultimate mobile passer.
Absolutely, and he has plenty of time. He's seeing the field.
And if you're Skim right now, you have to be careful. I mean, it's a dangerous read right there. You can't turn the ball over here. It's super important that you come away with some points and put Pihcam down 2 possessions. We saw Anti-Hero mess up in similar situations down here, but with all due respect, you're dealing with a different kind of monster when you're talking about Michael Skimbo.
Absolutely.
He took a timeout right there, saw something he didn't like. You got to watch that corner route to Marvin Harrison.
What do you think he's seeing?
Right now, Skim's trying to pay attention. Is it a coverage or is it a blitz? And then he's going to look for this wheel route out of the backfield. It's guard, so he has the post to be. And
there it is.
Oh my gosh. And that's what he does, is he made Pihcam make a decision. He had the wheel route and the post route. It's a play called mesh post out of this West Coast playbook. And it makes Pihcam make a decision. Do you want to run over there and guard the wheel route? If you do that, I'm going to throw it to the middle of the field to the post. If you guard the post route in the middle of the field, I'm going to go outside the hash and throw that wheel route to the halfback. And it's just on you to make the correct read. Skimbo makes the correct read, finds himself up 2 possessions right now. And if you're Pihcam, you really, really have to be feeling the pressure, because not only do you need points on this drive, you likely need to go and get a touchdown.
Absolutely.
With how efficient Skimbo's been.
Now, this isn't the first time the 2 of these are facing each other.
It's funny enough, you got both 1 seeds. You got the 1 seed from Xbox and Pihcam, the 1 seed from PlayStation and Skimbo. And Pihcam said, I think he said he played Skimbo once about 2 years ago. Skimbo had no idea it was him. But he remembers that game as well.
You don't forget that game. Yeah, when you're going up against what they say is the Tom Brady of Madden, that's something that you carry on.
Yeah, I got the note back. He said, I played Skimbo once online 2 years ago, and I lost on a last-second fake extra point. So he's remembered that one for a long time.
Now, though, Pihcam beat, say this right, he's beat J-Wall.
He beat J-Wall.
J-Wall beat Skimbo last year, which means
Yes.
that if you put them up against each other, Pihcam has a shot here.
It's a new year, Bex, but he definitely has a shot. You don't make it this far if you're not an elite Madden player. And Pihcam's definitely made a name for himself. I mean, he's definitely an elite type player, but you're going up against one of the best, if not the best. RB's wide open. There you go. If you're Pihcam, you got room with John Ross. Oh!
Yeah, you could see it in his face. He's like, okay.
Yeah, look at him. You see him bobbing his head a little bit. Bandana P feeling it, getting in his groove as he goes to the second quarter. I'm sure he would have liked to outrun him and go to the crib right there. Big play nonetheless. And if you're Pihcam and you can get yourself a touchdown here, you're right back in the ball game. This is a big drive for him, Bex. Dante Hall in motion. 1st and 10. Motion's all back to the right side. Just directing traffic with Aaron Rodgers. He's going to hand it off to Clinton P.
Nothing.
And you see who's there on that tackle? It's Pat Tillman. And that's why Skimbo has him on the field. He said he was most worried about stopping the run, and that Pat Tillman gives me the best chance to do that.
Absolutely. And Tillman gave Mr. Football some trouble in our last game that we saw as well.
Yeah, Pat Tillman is known throughout the Madden community as probably the most dominant player in all of Madden Ultimate Team right now. It's just not a lot of people use him because he costs so much cap. Skimbo obviously not worried about it. Almost picked off. Those are the double coverage, and look at Skimbo's reaction. He knew he had a chance to take it the other way.
His hand was right there.
Yeah, and Pihcam, he sits up in his seat a little bit. You got to get on your toes, P. This is a big 3rd and 10. This could even be 2-down territory given how high-powered Skim's offense is. Yeah, that run tells me that it is 2-down territory for him.
Now, if you're in Pihcam's position, are you running that ball?
I would run it if I was going to go for it on 4th down, but surprisingly, he runs it on 3rd and 10 and kicks the field goal. I mean, maybe it's because he wanted the run to make it a more 4th and manageable, but since he got no yards, he didn't feel comfortable that he had a 10-yard play in his arsenal, maybe. That's all I could think of, Bex.
No, at least he got some points on the board.
Yeah, the problem is
he needs more.
You need 7s against Mike. I mean, look at him. He has 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. Skimbo just too surgical. He's just truly established his dominance. And I told you at the top of the show, Bex, the entire Madden community is going to tune in just to see what Michael Skimbo is doing on offense and defense. And after this performance he's put on today, expect a lot more people to be running this Andrew Luck with Escape Artist, Dash and Deadeye scheme, and doing what he does with that halfback to pick up this blitz. I mean,
absolutely. And we surveyed the Madden community and asked them who they wanted to see win this and who they thought they was going to win this entire club championship, and 83% said Skimbo.
I'm surprised it was only 83.
That's it.
The amount, you want to talk about having respect on your name, Skimbo has the ultimate respect on his name when it comes to the Madden community, and you're seeing why. And if you're the New England Patriots, you got to be happy that this guy's a fan of your team, because if there's someone that you want representing your organization to give you a chance, a legitimate chance to bring home that club championship trophy back here at Gillette, it is this guy, Michael Skimbo, the pride of Claremore, Oklahoma.
And this is it for him. He's been here. He sat in this chair before. He wants this so bad.
Oh, this is what he lives for. This is what he does full time. This is why he plays 8 to 12 hours a day, Bex. This is why he's sponsored full-time, because he is a professional, and this is what he practices for all year long, is this moment. And you know what?
3rd and 6, and he got it.
That moment's not big. It's not too big for him. And what he did right there, he has his tight end on a delay route. So he's rolling out, he's making you guard the post, he's making you guard the corner route, and then all of a sudden you forget on the tight end on that little delayed streak, and there it is wide open. He's just got too much for you to deal with on offense right now. Then you got to worry about Luck scrambling. It's just, he's got so many options within this offense.
Absolutely. It's our 2-minute warning in the first half.
Oh no, that's a bad read, I think.
And
that's big right there. If you Pihcam,
absolutely.
Skim immediately puts his head in his hand because he knows that wasn't the move right there.
No.
It looked like Marvin Harrison settled on the sideline. He could have threw it to RB, maybe at a gain of 15, 20.
And this gives Pihcam a chance to come back up.
Oh, this is huge.
Yeah, this is huge for him.
Huge if you Pihcam, Bex. That's a humongous interception. And I will say, if there's one knock that we've seen on Skimbo's offense so far in this tournament, it is that he falls in love with that deep ball. Sometimes he falls a little too in love with it, and it's cost him some turnovers. That's going to be something, I guarantee you, when he goes back and watches the tape, he'll work on that, because he's not going to be happy about those turnovers.
Looking down the field.
It's going to be close.
Oh, you could see that smile on Pihcam's face. I don't know if that was luck.
It's luck.
I don't know what that was.
Oh my,
that was
so
huge.
Lucky. And Skim is just, he is angry about that one.
Disappointed, angry.
Oh, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. It throws it up. Ball probably should have been picked. Too much traffic there.
And you could see Skimbo, he just said it. He said, wow. I mean, that moment of disbelief on both our end and theirs.
Oh, that is so painful. And as a Madden player, there's certain things that could put you on tilt. And that is one of them. A play like that, Bex, will really put you on tilt. But this is what separates the men from the boys in competitive Madden. It's how do you respond when things don't go your way, when a little adversity jumps in front of you and, things don't go as planned. How can you react to that? And in the past, no one's been better at reacting to that than Michael Skimbo. And be interested to see if he can get his composure back. And if you Pihcam, what can you do with this momentum that the game just gave to you?
Absolutely.
Oh, and then another tough break for Skim is Marvin Harrison doesn't get his feet in bounds. You could feel the momentum shifting in Pihcam's favor a little bit. If you're Skim, you got to do something to get this momentum back. Pihcam looks locked in, bandana P.
Ready to go.
Oh, this got interesting.
Less than a minute in this first half.
Right back to it.
And it goes back to what you were just saying, maintaining that composure. Skimbo's been here. He's done this. So he knows that he needs to keep himself level-headed and just keep playing.
Yes, 100%. And you know what? Even if you're Skimbo and you're the best at all time, when you've worked this hard for something and a play like that happens, even for guys like that, it's hard to stay level-headed. But he's putting himself to the test here. Oh, nice hit.
Absolutely, and selfishly as a fan, I'm not mad about it. I want a game. And that is what we are getting here.
You definitely want a game. And what it makes me think back of, Bex, is how about Pihcam kicking that field goal earlier in the game was huge for him, because now even if Skimbo only gets 3 right here, it's still a one-possession ball game. If Pihcam doesn't take his 3 in that situation, he's in a lot more trouble.
Absolutely.
So for Pihcam, it's like when you check into a hotel, you always take the points. That's what he did right there,
Very good point. Plenty of time.
That's wide open. What a read. He's got too much. And if you're Pihcam right now, Bex, you've already conceded the field goal. Skim's getting 3 regardless, unless you can force a turnover. You got to do whatever you can here to prevent the touchdown. You cannot let Skim go up 2 possessions here. You need to do something with this momentum.
What is Skim running if you're in his position? What are you running here?
Right now, he can't stop this blood concept. He has a streak on the outside, a corner, and then the deep dig coming across the field. And right there,
Conscious
Pihcam,
enough to just get rid of it.
he locks it up. It's tough because, you know, the defenders have to go with the streak. Then you got to guard the corner out to the sideline. You got to stop Luck rolling out. And then across the middle of the field, like I said, that deep dig, he just has a lot of reads and a lot of options. Oh, that's a big blitz. Oh, Skim, fortunate he doesn't get hit with a grounding right there. And that's one of the few times we've seen Skim not able to pick up the blitz and roll out. Pihcam finally getting the pressure on him. Big 3rd and 10 here, Bex.
Plenty of time.
What a read.
Yep.
What a read.
Got that first. That was huge.
Clock's ticking, though. He has no timeouts. He's going to have to spike it. Only 11 seconds left here, Bex. The timeout's becoming a factor here. Skim might have 1 or 2 pass plays at most, and no matter what, you can't run the ball because if you get stopped, end of the half, you get no points. And you can't take a sack. This is an interesting, tough situation. Throw it away. Smart. Oof. Might have one more play in him, Bex, right here. And that was smart, though. Nothing's there. Throw it away.
Just get rid of it. 7 seconds on the clock. Skimbo up 14-10.
This is a big play right here in this New England Clubs Championship. It's big play after big play in these 5-minute quarters. Pihcam knows it. Look at him. He's sitting up. Look at Skimbo. He's locked in. Wow. And
it is good. That is not what Pihcam wanted going into the second half of this.
Yeah, that's Tom Brady-ish. That's like Tommy ball game. Ice in your veins when you absolutely need to make a play and you need to have it. Skimbo goes and gets it with that same play that we saw him hit Mr. Football with. The post route out of the mesh post to Moss. And that was huge for Michael Skimbo. That was, what a way. We talked about responding to adversity, Bex, and getting unlucky. That was textbook how he did that right there.
Absolutely. All right, halftime as we go into the third. I'm nervous for them. I'm not even playing the game, and I can't keep my composure. I can't imagine what they are thinking and how they are prepping themselves going into this final half.
Oh, man. If you thought your palms sweat when you just play video games normally, imagine the sweats when you're up there on the big stage. And this is going to be huge for Pihcam.
What does he need to do to come back from this 21-10?
Right now on this drive, Bex, points. You want points. You, as a Madden player or any type of football player, you always want the game to be one possession because then you always feel you're in it. When you're down 2 possessions, oh, there's Tillman. You know that you're one mistake away from really digging yourself into a hole. So if you Pihcam, settle down, stay focused, control the clock, get some points though.
Absolutely. Less than 10 minutes left before we crown our Madden 20 Patriots Club champ, 2nd and 8.
He's got to be careful of that Pat Tillman too. And several times he's run the ball. Tillman's been able to put hands and feet on him. Good read. It's a good read. Every time he's run that play now with the drag the post and the wheel route out of the backfield, he's had somebody wide open. Maybe found a little chink in Skimbo's armor, but when you're dealing with Skimbo, you got to be careful because one thing that may look there like it was there the last play, it might not be there the next.
3rd and 4th.
And
this is big for Pihcam.
This is big. Likely 2-down territory for him, though. Oh, no, there's Tillman. There is Tillman with that tackle supreme and that enforcer ability, and that's what he does, Bex. He will clap you if he gets his hands on you, and that's what he did to Hall.
Absolutely. What are you doing here?
This is 4th and 2. This is a momentum play. I'm pulling out my best 2-yard play I have in my arsenal, and I'm hoping it all works out because if you don't get this, you are in trouble.
Yes, and again, it goes back to that win or go home mentality. This is you're laying it all on the line right here, right now.
Dylan Faust, 27 years old, from Van Wert, Ohio. Here comes Pihcam trying to pick up the first down. He's got it. Oh my gosh, how close was that, Bex? Tillman wanted to stop him short, and it's a game of inches, and you see Pihcam can finally take a deep breath after that one, but the job's not finished on this drive. And what Skimbo does is he sets that defense up. Oh, that's big! Oh, if he's on his horse! And look at Pihcam, he's bobbing his head as he bobs his way into the end zone. He's got some momentum. And we got ourselves a battle here in New England in the Club Championship Finals. Skimbo keeps trying to put Pihcam away, and Pihcam keeps saying no.
Nope, not today.
And he's going to go for 2 here, Bex, to try to make it a 3-point ball game. This is another big play. Big play after big play. We got fireworks. Takes a deep breath. Skimbo's focused.
There it is, Tillman.
Look at that, Tillman. He is all over the place. I'm surprised he hasn't caused a fumble yet, Bex.
All right, 3 minutes in the third. This is a ball game.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine how the intensity up there if somehow Pihcam would be able to get a stop on Skimbo, who has looked almost unstoppable all tournament. The only time he seems to get stopped is when he forces one of those deep balls to Moss.
Absolutely. Now, when we take a look at Pihcam's team and his roster, how did he build it?
So he does have an interesting team. It's pretty balanced. He has, you know, I believe Marvin Harrison with the slot apprentice. He has some secure tacklers with Troy Polamalu and Devin White. He has some really good secondary players. Let this play go on. That should be helping him against Skimbo. He has Ed Reed, Troy Polamalu, Jalen Ramsey, and Patrick Peterson out there in the secondary. So he's definitely got some weapons on the defensive side of the ball that should help him slow down Skimbo. But it takes a lot more than good personnel to do that. You're going to have to make plays and execute.
Plenty of time left.
I do like that Pihcam starting to mix in some coverage, only send a 3-man rush. He's been blitzing Skimbo a lot, and it's just obvious that Skimbo's picking up these blitzes and rolling out. So Pihcam switching up a little bit, playing a little bit more coverage, and I like that adjustment. Make your opponent think about it a little bit, especially if the pressure's not getting there and you see your opponent can consistently pick it up, which Skimbo has proven to be able to do.
And how is Pihcam prepping to play somebody like Skimbo? What's he doing back home to play the best?
I mean, he said it, he's been, playing a lot of lab games, like a lot of ladder games. He plays weekend league all of the time, and he said, one of the reasons he didn't get a good scouting report on Skimbo, but he said one of the reasons, a bonus for him picking this club, besides being a Patriots fan, is he's wanted the opportunity to test himself against the very best. And you know what? So far, he's been up for the test. Even though he's down, he is giving Skimbo all that he can handle. Skimbo takes a false start. Just doesn't matter.
What a look.
Yeah, and you talk about the preparation too, Bex. Pihcam, an interesting fact about him is he literally records every online game that he plays.
Wow.
So he can go back and watch the footage and see the things that he needs to improve on. And, that for a young player that's just trying to get on the scene, that shows a level of commitment that, the best players have, and you keep that up, you'll be around on this competitive scene for a while.
Absolutely, and you look at, the NFL players, that's what they do. They go and play these games, come home, and they watch tape. And that's the only way you're going to get better. Watch yourself and watch your opponent. And
you talk to coaches, they'll tell you, too, the best guys are the ones that watch the most film and do that preparation. And the same thing in competitive Madden. You can have all the talent in the world, all the stick skills in the world, but if you're not preparing and taking a surgical approach, it could work at your disadvantage. Both of these guys, though, obviously very surgical. Good defense. Finally, Pihcam just guards that corner out by himself, and now Skim in a 3rd and 10. It's starting to get interesting here on this drive. See what Skimbo's got. Going right back to it. Oh, big hit!
Oh, that was major. You could see Pihcam in his little box celebrating.
Well, as he should be.
And he needed that.
Oh, man, 4th and 10.
What are you doing here?
I don't know. Can you stop it or not? If I'm Skim, I'm getting that tight end delay route back out there because Pihcam keeps running with the corner route to take it away, which is leaving the middle of the field open. I'm either looking for the tight end corner route or the deep dig coming across the middle. I mean the tight end delay streak, sorry. He's got the deep dig on the left. He's got the corner route on the right with the streak. Yep, he's going to look for the dig by the corner. He's got the corner.
Wow, what a catch.
And look at Pihcam. He just kind of smiles it off. He knows he had a chance for a huge momentum play.
That's something that you'll sit back after this game and think about over and over again.
I should think about that all season long. But you know what? He's not thinking about it now.
Nope.
It's on to the next play. You see, you still got to just keep Skimbo out of the end zone. You hold him to 3. It's still 1-possession ball game. If you're Skim, I expect you to run one play here, try to keep the clock moving and take it to the 4th quarter.
Yep, less than 30 in the 3rd.
Oh, he's got him! Dropped it! Oh, Beckins, he had it! Oh, it's so intense up here. And look at Mike's face. He knows that he just cooked up a hottie, had the touchdown to potentially go up 2 possessions. And the DB, I don't know if that was Ramsey or Pat Pete, but they say no. This is crazy.
2nd and 10.
Pihcam in the underdog role. Skimbo trying to live up to expectations. That play is just too tough.
Yeah.
That is just too tough to flood.
Got that first. It's huge, just slowly working his way up the field.
He is just really using that Marvin Harrison corner route out of the slot. He is just making Pihcam commit so much to it, and it just opens up that whole middle of the field for the deep dig, especially when he's rolling out away from the dig side. It's just a really good play concept that Skim's got there. Put your 4s up in the chat, boys and girls.
Got it up.
Throw it away. Gonna run.
Wow.
Oh, Andrew Luck.
He is in. Touchdown for Skimbo.
You know what? If you're Pihcam, Bex, he said, you know what made him a Patriots fan? He said, when I was 9 years old and the Patriots won that Super Bowl in 2001, they were huge underdogs, and I loved that underdog story, and I've been attached to them ever since. Well, guess what, Pihcam? You're a huge underdog as well, and here you are with a chance to get yourself back into this ball game and have one of the biggest upsets in the club championship.
Absolutely. Less than 5 minutes in the final quarter of this Madden 20 Club Championship for the Patriots. I mean, this has been such a great game. Skimbo, Pihcam. You can't ask for anything better.
Oh, this has been phenomenal. And 2 great competitors. Skimbo with his high-powered offense. Pihcam staying resilient. No matter how things have been going, he seems focused. He seems locked in. Oh my goodness, it looked like a mess. But he needs to go down and get some points here, Bex. And you know what? A field goal is no good. It needs to be a touchdown, because even if he gets the field goal, Skimbo's still up 9 points.
Absolutely.
With 2 possessions. So if there was ever a time to put a touchdown drive together, if you're Pihcam, this is it. And Mackenzie's up there in her Pihcam shirts and supporting him. It's got to be intense.
His dad's back home, his friend Aaron back home watching.
And don't forget about Skim. He's got, Mama Skim and Papa Skim back there in Claremore, Oklahoma. He's got his girlfriend Mallory, who decided that, she was going to come out here with him. And she said, you know what, Mike? I know you want to focus. I know you want to lock in. I'll stay back on this one and, let you do your thing. So far, so good. So, they're back home at Claremore, Oklahoma, rooting on their pride and joy. Phenomenal stories all around, and here comes Tillman. I'm surprised he hasn't caused a fumble yet, because when you get big hits like that, Bex, it's a remedy for a fumble. And here we go. 4th and 8, you're going to run?
And
oh, my goodness! The goal of Pihcam on 4th and 8 with your tournament life on the line. and you catch Skim off guard with the run. Stay away from Tillman. Keep the drive alive. Keep the event going here in Gillette Stadium. Pihcam continuing to fight. Tillman.
Once again.
He is all over the field, Bex.
That was a major first down for him.
This is what Tillman does, Bex.
Yeah.
He cracks people out there. He's an enforcer for real. And he's already a good player. He's a goon without the abilities. And then you put tackle supreme on him, an enforcer, and it turns a goon into a goblin. And he's just been really been a difference maker for Mike Skimbo in this tournament. Look at the focus of both of these players. Game of inches. Tillman gets in there, luck with Rogers just gets the ball off. If you're Pihcam, you got to start having a sense of urgency. You do have all 3 timeouts, which is good, but you need a touchdown.
Absolutely. We're nearing that 2-minute warning too in the 4th.
Clock is not his friend right now, and Mike calls a timeout. There was something Skim didn't like there. You see he has the LZR by his name. That's for Lazarus Gaming. That's Mike's sponsor. He's part of that Lazarus Gaming esports team. And man, do they got themselves a good one in Mike Skimbo.
Absolutely. And it hasn't been an easy road for Skimbo.
Not at all. Speaking of easy roads, here's the 4th and 4, and he gets it again. He's on his horse, Bex. Clinton Portis, and Pihcam is animated, and we still got ourselves a ball game.
Woo! At the 2-minute warning.
Oh man, with all 3 timeouts too. He's gonna have to play the defense of his life, but this guy will not go away. How about the heart of Pihcam, regardless of what happens? Continuing to fight against one of the best players in the world, and it's just gonna come down to this drive right here. Can Skim get the first down to seal it, or will Pihcam get stingy and lock up? You know what, give me a 1 in the chat if Skimbo's gonna take it away. Give me a 2 in the chat if Pihcam's gonna get the stop and keep this ball game interesting. And I'm gonna go back and check. I wanna see where y'all heads are at.
You're Skimbo. What is going on in your mind right now?
Oh, you are nervous regardless of how much experience you have. You know one mistake here can cost you all that time and preparation. You have played a good ball game, and this guy will not go away. It's got to be tough, but you know what? Skimbo is good enough where I don't know if he's thinking about all that. That's what a bum like me would be thinking. Skimbo's going to be focused on what the next play is and what can he do to put this game away. He's a one play at a time type of guy, but I'll tell you what, that was big for Pihcam right there because Skimbo goes out of bounds and stops the clock.
Absolutely.
If you're Skim, you want to keep this clock moving right now. Oh man, this is intense, Bex. There he goes again. The corner with the deep dig. Oh, that's good defense on the dig. Oh no, Skim caught it, but that was phenomenal defense. Fortunate play for Skimbo. Pihcam got lucky earlier in the game. Skimbo throws what looks to be to a covered Randy Moss.
To get that first down, that was huge for Skimbo right there.
And I will say it is Randy Moss against a linebacker. You give him one of those 50-50 balls, that's usually going to fall in the favor of Randy Moss. But nonetheless, that play has usually been wide open all day long. Pihcam makes an adjustment, has a defender in the area, but Skim executes, and the game's still not over. Pihcam with all 3 timeouts. One more time, first down from Skim, and this game will likely be over, though. Oh, that was huge pass. He's got him. Oh, no penalty from Skim. He messed up. Skim messed up big time on that one. He could have scrambled a slid for the first down, or if he threw it earlier, he had the first down. Instead, it's a loss of down, 2nd and 14, and the clock stops. Skimbo, who usually has the clutch trait, makes a rare mistake, and Pihcam continues to have life. It's intense. What a battle. is.
All right, he could breathe a little bit. Less than a minute left in this fourth quarter, as Skimbo is in the lead 28-23. What a game it's been so far.
That might have just been the $6,500 play from Michael Skimbo, because now he can just run this ball, and best case scenario, if you're Pihcam and you use these 2 timeouts, you can maybe get the ball back with 15 seconds left, which you need a miracle. That might have just won Michael Skimbo his second ever New England Patriots Club Championship. Yeah, if you're Skim, you are going to run this ball 3 straight downs.
Just try to waste that clock.
Exactly, waste that clock. If you can remove 40 seconds, so he's going to run it here. If you're Pihcam, you're going to call a timeout. It'll be about 3rd down. About 50 seconds left. Skimbo, run it one more time, and then he'll have to punt. That's the last timeout. So now if you're Skimbo, you run this ball, you take all 40 seconds away with you, and then you punt the ball back to Pihcam with about 10 seconds left. Pihcam will need a miracle. Oh my goodness. That deep dig route coming from the backside has just been so money from Skimbo. If you are preparing for him, assuming he makes it to this club championship, that is some tape you're going to have to watch, and best believe these players are going to go and lab that up, because that play was deadly.
And Pihcam has not made this easy for Skimbo.
Skimbo running around. He's trying to milk clock right now. You got to be careful. You got to go down if you're Mike. Oh, look at this. What a play if you're Mike Skimbo right there, Bex. I think that just sealed it. Instead of just running the ball, he runs backward, takes the extra 7 or 8 seconds away that Pihcam would have needed, and now he's going to be able to just punt this ball out of bounds.
Absolutely.
Veteran play.
I think we got a game.
Veteran play right there. I think we got a champion. I'm almost positive Michael Skimbo is going to walk away the New England Patriots club champion with that play right there, Bexon.
What an incredible game it has been for both Skimbo and Pihcam. He didn't let up at all this game.
Well said. I mean, you gotta, if you weren't a Pihcam fan coming into this, you gotta be a Pihcam fan after this. The heart and resiliency that he showed against one of, if not the best player in the world, is just something to be admired.
Absolutely, and this is his first time doing this. Pihcam's first time on that major stage under those bright lights. I mean, he's putting himself on the map. It's hard to play the best, but when you play the best, you will be recognized for that.
Well said, and he is definitely on the map right here. The one thing I don't like, if I'm Pihcam here, I'm trying to block this kick. Yeah, you see him, he almost jumped off sides. That's going to be the ball game. Wow, unbelievable.
What a game, and there they are. That's that camaraderie that you see here at Madden. You know, it's been a tough game for both of them, but what an outcome.
What a show of respect right there. What a ball game. We had ourselves a treat here at the New England Patriots Club Championship. Pihcam, keep your head held high. You fought as tough as anybody could fight. Made a name for yourself, but you know what? Today is Michael Skimbo's day. Skim the professional, Skim Belichick, and you know what? If you're the New England Patriots, you got to be hyped, because now you have one of, if not the best Madden player in the world representing your organization at the club championship, and that's a lot to be excited about.
Nothing better than that.